Hello everybody! In this guitar lesson I'm going to teach you to play Let It Be by the Beatles. Now we'll start by looking at the chord structure, and when you've got that nailed we'll look at some of the bass rundowns like this one, and some of the bass run-ups like that one. We'll talk about the strumming pattern and the rhythm of the song, and we'll think about how you might be able to put some elements of finger picking into the song. And when we've done all of that, we'll end by looking at the beautiful turnaround. This one. But we'll start by looking at the chords. So Let It Be is in 4/4 time, and with a couple of exceptions, each chord lasts for 2 beats, which means you're going to play a new chord on the first beat of the bar and the third beat of the bar. And let me take you through the chord progression now for the verse. So we're going to start with 2 beats on C major, then 2 beats on G major, then 2 beats on A minor, then 2 beats on F major. Go back to C major for 2 beats, 2 beats on G major again, 2 beats on F major, 2 beats on C major. And that's your pattern, and you keep on repeating that for the verses. So let's play through a verse together now. I'll give you a count of 4 and then we'll come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. When we get to the chorus, the let it be, let it be, let it be part, again, still 4/4 time, and for the most part, we're going to change chords on the first beat and the third beat of the bar, with an exception. So let's look at the chords for that part then. So we start with A minor, 2 beats on A minor, 2 beats on G, 2 beats on F major, 2 beats on C major. Stay on C major for another 2 beats. That's the exception. 2 beats on G, 2 beats on F, 2 beats back on C. So let's play through that together. We're going to start on the A minor, remember. I'll give you a count of 3, and then I'll start singing Let It, and on the word B, that's where you come in with the first A minor chord. 1, 2, 3. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let's look at that rundown next then. I'll put it into context for you, and then I'll zoom in on my fingers and show you how to play it. So here's the context. Happens in this part of the song. There will be an answer, let it be. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this rundown using a pick. You're going to start on a chord of F. Now, I often play this F over C chord. It doesn't really matter that it's an F over a C, because actually I'm going to play from the 4th string down. So although my ring finger is on that 5th string, 3rd fret, it doesn't need to be. I'm just going to play from the 4th string down. So my ring finger's there, but it's not really doing anything. And that's your first note, if you like, that downstroke. Next, I'm going to take my ring finger and my little finger off completely. I'm going to move my middle finger to the 4th string 2nd fret and play the 4th string there. Then I'm going to take my middle finger off of the 4th string and play the 4th string open. And then finally, I'm going to put my fingers into a C chord. It can be a standard C like this, or a C over G. It doesn't matter, because all you're going to do is play the 5th string which is the node of C, and then a downstroke from the 4th string down. There's a little 3-note run up on the 6th string in the bass that I want to show you now. First I'll give you the context by showing you where it comes. Here we go, it's here. And when the broken-hearted people, so it's that. When the broken-hearted people, and I'm pretty sure I can hear that in the bass on the piano in the Beatles recording, the left hand of the piano. On that line, when the broken-hearted people, which is just after the first chorus. So have a listen, see if you can hear it as well. I think I can, but let me show you how to play that now. Okay, let's look at how to play that little run up then. I'm going to use my thumb and also my index finger. So put your left hand into a chord of C major like that, and then with your thumb play the 5th string, and then with your index finger do a little flicky downstroke on the treble strings, 3, 2, 1. So we've got so far thumb, index finger, and then you can take your left hand fingers off of that C major and you're going to play 6th string open with your thumb, and then 6th string 2nd fret, put your index finger there on the 2nd fret, play the 6th string with your thumb again, and then dive into a G major chord. This is my favourite form of G major, and play the 6th string again, and you can see there you're fretting the 3rd fret. I'm fretting it with my ring finger, and then another downstroke on the treble strings with your index finger. So we've got this. Now you can do that with a pick. I prefer it using my fingers, just think it sounds better, but you can do it with a pick. Sounds like this. Let It Be is such a wonderful song that we can keep the strumming pattern really simple and it's going to sound great. So let me demo a strumming pattern that I would suggest for you now, and then I'll break it down and tell you what I'm doing. So this is the one I would suggest. That strumming pattern is simply down, 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 up, down, 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 up. That's all it is. And if I count time over it, it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so remember we're changing chords for the most part halfway through each bar, and that's nice because the strumming pattern lasts for 2 beats, half a bar. So you might have noticed that when I was playing that strumming pattern, on the first down I'm picking out the bass string, and on the down, down, up I'm picking out the treble strings. So you've got bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass, treble, bass. A bit different on the rundown. Anyway, in terms of timing, that means we're picking out the bass on the first beat of the bar and the third beat of the bar. Let's have a listen to that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so see if you can do that. See if you can pick out the bass strings, and it can be a group of bass strings or it can be a single bass string on the first beat and the third beat of the bar. On the basically the first down of the strumming pattern is bass strings, and the down, down, up, that's treble strings. So it's bass, treble, like that. And then the only thing you really have to vary from chord to chord is the bass string you pick out. So for the chord of C, you normally pick out the 5th string, that's where the note of C is. For G, 6th string, that's where the root note, G, is. For A minor, 5th string, because that's the A. And for F, 4th string, or if you play your F bar, 6th string. Okay? I've got lots more to show you, but before I move on to the next part of the lesson, let me just say, if you've been enjoying this video, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, and then you'll be notified of all of the future guitar lessons that I release. Now, you may have noticed that when I was demoing the chords earlier, I often wasn't using a pick. I was generally using my thumb and the index finger on my right hand. And I really like the sound that enables you to get, particularly for this song. And you can build in elements of fingerpicking, which is rather nice. Let me show you some of the things I was doing there. Okay, let's start by looking at that basic right hand pattern. Now, just to cover the left hand, I'm just going to keep that in the chord of C there. So left hand in C just for this demo. Now, what my right hand is going to do, the thumb is going to play the bass note. So that's going to be the 5th string, because that's the note of C. And then the index finger is going to go down, up, down, down, up. And when it does that down, up, down, down, up, it's only really going to play the top 3 strings there. So we've got thumb on the 5th string, and then index finger, down, up, down, down, up. Thumb, index finger, down, up, down, down, up. Now, if I play that for you a little bit faster, try and pick out the accent on the index finger there. So let me play it for you and then I'll explain what I mean. So here we go. So the note that the index finger is accenting, or the stroke maybe, is the second downstroke that it plays, yeah? So it's thumb, down, up, accent down, obviously I exaggerated that, down, up, thumb, down, up, down, down, up, thumb, down, up, down, down, up. So faster. If I count that, you notice the accent on the downstroke that the index finger is doing is on the 2nd beat and the 4th beat of the bar. Thumb's playing on the 1st beat and the 3rd beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So thumb is playing the part of the bass drum on 1 and 3, and the index finger is playing the part of the snare drum on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, let me show you how you can put some finger picking around that bass rundown so that it sounds a bit like this. Alright, so what we're going to do, as you know, with the bass rundown, we're going to start with our left hand in a chord of F, and our right hand, which is what we're most interested in here, we're going to play that 4th string with our thumb, and then we're going to do a flicky down up on the treble strings with our index finger. Next, we're going to take our ring finger off on the left hand, and on the left hand put the middle finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. We're going to play the 4th string with our thumb. Then we're going to play the 3rd string with our index finger. Take the middle finger off of the 4th string on the left hand, play the 4th string again with our thumb, play the 3rd string again with our index finger, and then play the 5th string with our thumb, having first put our left hand into the chord of C here. And then right hand, down, up, down. So put that together, we have this. Okay, let me show you how you can build in some finger picking into a couple of lines from the verse of Let It Be. I'll show you a demo first and then I'll explain how to do it. So here's the demo. So that last part obviously I've already shown you, but next I'll show you how to do the other moves in that demo. Okay then, so we're going to start on a chord of C in our left hand. The thumb is going to play the root note of the C, which is the 5th string, and then our index finger is going to do a flicky down up on the treble strings. Now next you're going to take your middle finger off of the 4th string on that C chord, so the 4th string's open. You're going to play the 4th string with your thumb, and then as soon as you've played it, you're going to hammer your middle finger back onto that 4th string 2nd fret. So we get this. So far we have. And then finally, your index finger is going to play the 3rd string and your middle finger is going to play the 2nd string. So on the C we have this. Then we go to a G chord on our left hand and we just do a standard strumming pattern that I showed you a while ago. Then on our left hand we go to the A minor chord. Now here the thumb is going to play the 5th string, the root note of A, and then the 4th string. And then we're going to play the top string, 2nd string, 3rd string with our ring finger, middle finger and index finger respectively. So we have this. And then we're on to the F chord. That's just a standard strumming pattern again. Back to the C, the same pattern as I've just showed you on the C. So back to the G, standard strumming pattern there. And then you've got the bass rundown on that F that I've already shown you. So put that all together and we have this. So the last thing I want to show you is how to play the two lovely turnarounds that are in Let It Be. Now, if you listen to the Beatles recording of this, the first one is played on a piano and it's quite low, it's kind of more in the mid-range of the bass of the piano. And the second one is played on what sounds like a church organ, it's probably a Hammond organ, and it's rather more ornate and it's higher. And they come one after the other. So on the guitar I'll demo how we can play those. So the first one is going to sound like this. That's rather similar to the little bass rundown you already know, but with an extra bit on the end of it. So I'll show you that. The other one I'm going to suggest we play like this. And they're going to go one after the other as they do on the Beatles record. So let's start with the first of those turnarounds. Okay then, so the first of those turnarounds, the beginning of it is exactly like that bass rundown. So beginning on the F, and it's like this. And the second part isn't too hard at all really. What you're going to do is remove your fingers from that C chord. You're going to fret the 5th string there at the 1st fret and play that 5th string with your thumb. Then play the 5th string open, and then you're going to play 3 chords: G, F and C. And what I'm doing there is kind of doing a bit of a spread with my fingers. So on all 3 chords I'm playing the top 3 strings with my index finger, middle finger and my ring finger there. And you can play them in a block, or you can spread them a bit like that. So you're playing index, middle, ring, 3, 2, 1 on the strings. And the bass notes you're playing with your thumb. So for the G you're playing the 6th string, for the F the 4th string, and for the C the 5th string, while those 3 other fingers are always playing the top 3 strings. So we have this. And that's the first rundown. Okay, let's look at that second turnaround then. Now we begin with quite a tricky chord to finger. This is a chord of F played at the 5th fret. If you do find that hard, an alternative is to play a slightly different fingering and miss out one note. So you can basically play a D chord shape at the 5th fret there, and then just put your little finger here on the 4th string, 7th fret. You can do it like that. It does mean you're not playing the deepest note, which is actually the note of F, so you're missing that note. So that's a better way to do it if you can manage that. If not, do it this way. Anyway, that's your first chord, that F chord. Now next, you're going to put your ring finger on the 2nd string, 5th fret there. You're going to put your index finger on the top string, 3rd fret, and you're going to play the 2nd string and the top string with your middle finger and your ring finger respectively at the same time. So that. Then on our left hand we slide those 2 fingers down 2 frets. So the index finger is at the 1st fret on the top string, and the ring finger is on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and again we play those 2 strings with our middle finger and our ring finger on the right hand. So far we have this F chord and then this. Next we go into a chord of C in our left hand and we play that chord. Okay, then we put our ring finger on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. We put our little finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and we play the 3rd string and the 2nd string, and we can do that with our index finger on the 3rd string and our middle finger on the 2nd string on the right hand. Okay, then we take those 2 fingers off. On the left hand we put our index finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret. We put our middle finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and again using our index finger and middle finger respectively, we're going to play the 3rd string and the 2nd string simultaneously. So that part is okay. So far we have this. And then we finish off by playing the same 3 chords we played to finish the first turnaround, which are G, F and C.